Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another NFT video. And in this one, we're going to be talking about a pretty massive topic. Square Enix has officially decided to join the NFT squad, and they're jumping into the blockchain. So this is very big for gaming. We already know that EA Sports, we know that Ubisoft, we know that these gaming companies are starting to jump in. We even had freaking McDonald's jump in. So we've had all these different companies starting to take notice of the blockchain, take notice of the NFT technologies, and realize how these powerful assets can really be beneficial to businesses. And the mass adoption is happening way quicker than I could have imagined. I thought that this would be a transition that could potentially take a decade, maybe longer than that, maybe 2 decades, but already companies are starting to go all in on cryptocurrency. They're starting to go all in on the blockchain and NFTs. So this makes me think that we could be looking at a completely different world within the next 5 years. Like this really speeds up the timeline that I thought certain things could happen in, because I was never expecting stuff to be adopted this fast. And it's the companies that's realizing this stuff. It's not even the consumer. The consumer doesn't seem to want this. So that also leads me to a question that I've been thinking on a little bit lately. And let me know in the comments section how you all feel about this question. Let me know your thoughts on it. Do gamers actually care about ownership? That being said, I have a homie who spent thousands of dollars, like $5,000 and up when it comes down to Fortnite. If Fortnite goes down tomorrow, the servers are down, he doesn't own any of that. It belongs to the publisher. It belongs to the game developers. Like, that's who it belongs to. It's not his asset. So if the game goes down, he's just out of all that money that he spent. But that's a risk. But I think that because nothing like that has ever happened, gamers don't really consider it. Usually a game dies and a gamer leaves of their own accord. They don't want to be there anymore. But what happens when you have no choice? Like, the game goes down and you have like what do you do then? Are people going to want their money back? Are people going to complain? Are people going to be on to the next game? I feel like it would be a lot of backlash, and honestly, that would probably ruin a gaming studio if they did just take a server offline. So is there, like, what would be the point of actually having ownership when it comes down to these assets for a gamer? They don't really need ownership, to be honest. Which leaves an opportunity essentially where you could have someone like me, an investor, come in. I buy the asset for a premium. I own that asset, and then in the game, the gamer can just buy it, and it's basically me just using the contract and renting it to them for X amount of time. So that could essentially be the route that gaming goes in the future. Is it, if gamers don't actually care about ownership, is it right to be trying to push NFTs on them and things like that? Or can you just let them keep things the way that they are, and the people who know, they know? And if at any point in time a gamer actually wants to educate themselves on NFTs and get into it, they have the option to then try to go and purchase their NFTs and get that real ownership. But as long as they don't care, they shouldn't be forced to have to care, in my opinion. But is that the best route? Like, because I really don't know. I don't know if that's the best route. I don't know if gamers should be educated, because realistically, people would collect stuff from so many different games that they play. Like, they would collect so many different things. They would collect wallpapers. They would collect some of the weapons and skins and things like that. So imagine being able to keep some of your favorite assets from your favorite games and have that history. It's that history of across every single game that you've ever played. Like, that history, and it being public online, something that everybody can see, like, that would be massive, I feel like. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. That's my thoughts. If that's something that you think gamers would even want, would even care about, would value, or yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. But yeah, Square Enix has actually jumped into the blockchain, and they're getting a lot of backlash for it. Apparently they did a little test. They did a little test with this brand right here, Million Author, and it sold out. It sold out. It did very, very well. So now they're jumping on board. Like, they're jumping on board. They're going all in. They're jumping into the NFT space now. This is obviously big for a lot of us, because our projects are going to be expanded by more people coming into this space. But everyone's not as happy as a lot of us would probably be. So let's check out what the community has to say about this. He says, unfortunately, as soon as one does, the dominoes will fall. If there is unregulated money to be made, there can't be any expectation of corporations to leave it on the table. So That's a very strong opinion. He said it's extremely concerning seeing so many corporations jumping onto NFTs. Just imagine the insane environmental impact of several corporations pumping out NFTs like candy. Yet pumping out cars, all these corporations and stuff out here pumping out cars. Like, what about who's building your house? I'm pretty sure building homes and stuff like that does something as well to the planet. What about building roads and streets and all the work that gets done, the road work and everything that's convenient, everything that's convenient to a human right now. What about all that stuff? Because most of that stuff, depending on which blockchain these technologies are on, and that's what people are not educated on. They don't take the time to realize that every blockchain is different. Some things are better, some things are worse. So what about all the stuff that's been around for decades destroying the world? Why was this never spoken out on? Yet when a new technology arises, everyone wants to, oh, this is not good for the planet. This is bad. Like this is no, I mean you've had decades to talk about stuff that's been bad, but you don't want to address any of that. You just want to address the one thing where you don't even fully understand. Like it's just a weird perspective to me. I would think that people would want to at least know what's going on. But it looks like everybody just have an opinion. Serious question. Who the hell is buying or even cares about this NFT? I have never once heard a good argument for why they exist. Crypto is also dumb, but I at least understand the investment aspect. So you can kind of tell the mindset that they're at. They still don't even know the value proposition of cryptocurrency, and they don't know what a NFT is all about. They don't like, and this is what I mean. Even if they know that they could really own it, they feel like they really own the skin once they buy it in the games that they play. Like if they were playing Fortnite, they would feel like they really own that skin. It's on their account, not realizing that's not true ownership. That like they don't. But do a gamer care? I don't think gamers actually care. I mean, they know that when they done playing that game, like you buy plenty of games where you play it once and then it's over with. So you just kind of like, yeah, you kind of wasted that money. It's not really a waste of money. You got the experience, of course, but you know what I mean. It's like, yeah, you play a game once, never play it again. Maybe you buy some upgrades for that game or buy some characters or something in that game. But then when you finish the game, you never go back to the game anyway. So it really was just like just giving away free money. So this is what gamers do all the time anyway. So this is why I feel like they probably wouldn't care. Um, he said, I feel like I have to live in a bubble because all of the media I follow, be it gaming, politics, or sports, is universally negative or extremely mad on NFTs, but they're still so damn lucrative, and I just don't know what group is buying these things. And yeah, I mean, it's just so early that people are not going to get the bigger picture. People aren't going to understand, but there are a lot of people who do understand. So you have people like me in my community and a lot of other, like more than likely anybody watching this video who's going to benefit off of this boom, being here early, really taking the time to understand what this means and realize what it means to hold this early IP from some of the most powerful brands in the world. So yeah, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity because it's going to get to a point where all of this stuff could be super, super expensive. Um, that people who are already deep within the crypto sphere, I reckon. I mean, that's true. Same exact thing for NFTs, unfortunately. Picture a hypothetical non-tech savvy person, let's call him Bob, who doesn't really understand anything to do with the blockchain. All Bob knows is that apparently if he bought a bunch of these Bitcoins when they were a couple cents each several years ago, he'd be rich today. Um, yeah, I'm not reading all this. So, I mean, I guess he's the greater fool theory. Basically, Mark is buying NFTs for way more than he thinks they're worth because he's pretty sure that there's someone else, a greater fool, who thinks they're worth even more. I mean, that's all I needed to read to understand what he's talking about, which is absolute foolishness because people buy these things at these prices because this is what they think that the product. Well, actually, no. A lot of people in crypto does exactly what he just said, to be fair. But a smart investor invests because they know that the project that they're investing in is going to go up in value because of the value that it brings to the world. Most projects are changing the world, like changing something like NFTs. NFTs is changing ownership forever. Like it's completely revolutionizing certain industries. This is going to do wonders for the real estate market. It's doing wonders right now to the collectibles market. this impacts so many different markets like ticketing and events and things like that. NFTs is going to absolutely change the world in that regard. And this is why people invest in these companies, because they're like, it's going to go up in value the more the world adopts this, because you don't have a choice. You're going to adopt this. So it's just like the stock market, to be honest, but people just don't realize this. And but whose fault is it? Because if anytime they see somebody in the crypto space, they're these people who have no knowledge of it, they really are just out here trying to buy something just so it can go up in value, and they don't really know what they're invested in. They're just trying to make a quick flip, a quick buck. Why would random people who don't know anything about it have respect if they don't have anybody who understands why they're doing it themselves? Like, if everybody they talk to have no idea why they're invested in this stuff, why would they ever, like, why would they ever hear logical reasoning for cryptocurrencies? So yeah, as you can see there, it's just a lot of it's a lot of this. There's a lot of people talking about this, and it's always bad backlash. What that Ubisoft title say? Launches. I thought that was gonna be something negative about NFTs, but yeah, there we have it, man. I just wanted to bring you all up to date on the topic that's going on right now. Share some of my opinions with you all. Let me know how you all feel about this in the comment section, and what you all think about gamers and ownership. Do you think that it's a big deal? Do you think that these gamers should be forced to have ownership of things, or do you think that they should, like, it should not be forced on them and we could go about this in a different way? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on notifications so you stay updated with everything going on. And yeah, I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out, Joe.